Cardinals Flight Plan with head coach Bruce Arians, presented by Dignity Health.
Great job, man. 60 minutes. We play hard for 60 minutes. There's going to be bumps along the way every week, but we know we can finish.
Coach, you're stacking up those chips in the NFC. It's got to feel so good.
Oh, it really does. It makes it fun to come to work every day, you know, and the guys have, they've earned it. They've worked so hard for it. But again, we haven't accomplished anything. It would be set ourselves up. It's a nice table right now for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
You know, but we still got to finish it off.
You know, one of the things I think I appreciate the most about you is you're very direct. You're very blunt. Why is it okay, BA, to talk about the number one seed in the NFC when you're only at the halfway point?
Well, once you have your hands on it, you know, it's a little bit different being 7-1 and 1-0. You know, you got a lead. You just swept a division for home field advantage, so you can start talking about things. The importance of each game now grows and grows and grows because more is at stake. So you just let them know what's at stake, but it's still game to game to game.
Let's go ahead and discuss some of the pivotal moments of that big win against the Dallas Cowboys last week, 28-17 over the Cowboys. Really didn't start that well for you guys, BA. Were you worried at all?
No, because you know we came out and we were rolling, and we took that sack. That was me going for a home run, you know, and they beat us inside in an empty protection. We don't usually go for home runs in empty protections, but we felt like we had something good set up, and we get beat and then throw a pick for a touchdown. But we were stringing first downs together. I knew we were going to be able to move the football the rest of the day. They came out and got 3 points, but nobody blinked on the sideline. We messed it up. You never lose a game in the first quarter.
Then you're down 10-0 in this game, and you answer with a 13-play, 80-yard drive, accumulating 5 first downs along the way. And then on a 3rd and 6 from the 7, Carson Palmer found John Carlson in the end zone. What stands out about that play in particular to you?
Well, you know, all for 2 years now, inside the 10 on 3rd down, we've struggled. And we've put so much time and effort into it. And they dropped 8. They had everybody covered up, and Carson went through his progression. John did a nice job of cutting in front of the Mike linebacker, and we hit him for the touchdown.
You know, later on 3rd and goal from the 10, Carson hit Jerron Brown for a touchdown to make it 14-10 in this game. I think of the throw by Carson, and boy, I'll tell you, the catch by Jerron Brown was special.
Yeah, you know, they called pass interference, but he wasn't giving up that touchdown. You know, JB's got some strong hands, and he has been dynamite in the red zone. We just got to get him out on the field more often, and it's hard for us to get him on the field some, but he comes up big down there around the goal line.
Later on, a field goal was blocked by Justin Bethel at the end of the first half. What makes Justin so good at doing that? Because this isn't the first time we've seen that from him.
No, it's a unique skill. It's a unique skill. Be able to bend and turn and then explode to the football. That's like a 3-step movement. Not many guys can dip and drive on the ball. He's got a tremendous knack for it. And I thought he was going to get the first one. He slipped. And he had a good feeling going into the game he was going to get one this week.
And then, Coach, in the 3rd quarter, the Cowboys were driving to potentially take a lead, and Tyrann Mathieu, the Badger, steps up in front of Jason Witten for the interception. How does Honey Badger look to you on film?
He looks like himself. You know, I think he's now going to play with the confidence. I can see it. You know, he was worried about the brace and cutting loose, and I think he really didn't want to give up a play to hurt our team. You know, now he's taking chances in practice. He's getting his hands on a lot of balls in practice, and that's usually a very, very good sign it's going to happen on Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. And then in the 4th quarter, Coach, 14-10, you still have the lead, but you get a 4th down stop on your own 41-yard line. What do you remember about that stop?
It was on the sideline. There was no doubt we were going to stop him. It was amazing on the side. Everybody was calm. Offense, get ready. Offense, get ready. And I said, I like this. You know.
Boy, there's
very,
you know,
very
and that's
confident.
a good offensive line.
It's
Isn't
a
it,
great
BA?
offensive line, the best we've played.
You know, you finally take advantage of a big defensive play and take it down. You punch it in on 3rd and goal from the 1 to essentially put the game away, going up 21-10. Did you feel like that was the backbreaker for the Cowboys at that point?
I liked our position. You know, I liked our position, but they showed that they could come back and score. You know, but by then we had gotten another one. And I don't like that 10-point, 11-point swing with onside kicks involved. You know, we've been down that road in Tennessee last year. So I still didn't like the way we finished it, but I do like the way our offense responded by scoring touchdowns after the turnovers.
Wolf and Coach dive deep into the performances that led the Cardinals to victory over the Cowboys when Flight Plan returns.